18th, 2026. Well, that means a couple of things. That means one, well, the most important thing is that it's a Hat and Beard show, right? And we are live. We are here, and we are now 10 days away. 10 days away from rookies reporting to training camp. Tomorrow, we'll be in the single digits, fellas. To quote a linebacker from my childhood, a man by the name of Bart Scott, quote, can't wait. You know what I'm saying, dude? Can't wait. But we do have to wait. We're here on a Wednesday night, just kind of buzzing through some news. Our NFL news will, of course, we're going to talk about the rankings because, when it comes to wide receivers, Billy, Lions got a couple of good ones, and we'll see what execs, coaches, and scouts, what they feel about, where our guys stack up against the rest of the league. The thumbnail and title might be a little misleading. I said Amon-Ra gets respect. I lied. Disrespect. It's all disrespect. It's chicanery over at ESPN. We'll read it together. You hold on to your horses. Then we'll be looking ahead. Jeremy Reisman has an article here for us on why Sam LaPorta could be in for a career of the year this year in the Big 2-6. Does back it up with stats. It is going a little bit beyond that surface level of little spuds in town. Little Spud's in town, and Little Spud throws the ball to Trey McBride. A little bit deeper than that. We got stats. We got stats, and then we're gonna give the slipper. Hopefully, the slipper's putting on his actual dancing shoes and not just copy and paste. And he's got a little article here for us over at A to Z Sports. The Lions are quietly changing everything, and 4 off-season shifts prove it. Let's go. I've been telling. You would know this. Those of you guys who have been watching, you do know this. So we're just going to be beating that dead horse. Been telling you things are going to be different. Been telling you this was going to happen. Dan Campbell. You see, guys. Guys like Dan Campbell. Guys like Brad Holmes. Guys like myself. You see, you are on the cutting edge of everything new. Culturally, socially, economically. Not as much economically, but, we're getting there. When you're on the cutting edge, everything's perceived as a little weird, a little bit different, but it always seems to work out. So, although Dan Campbell, look how he's treated when he was brought in, right? The meathead, Dan Campbell, and biting off kneecaps. Well, going back to our roots there, the roots of football, running the ball, defense, well, turned into a couple NFC championships, you know what I'm saying? Or NFC North titles, and an appearance in the NFC championship game. Playoff appearance, it's not bad. It's not half bad. Not bad. Ain't nothing to, you can't be upset about it, but we'll talk about all of it. We'll see what you guys say. We're just kind of buzzing through today, guys. It's the off season. It's the tail end of the off season. Can you guys see it? Can you if you squint very hard, you can see the NFL season on the horizon. It is very, very close. It's close, guys. We've almost made it, and most importantly, we've made it together. All of us skipping hand in hand like a bunch of merry fellas, dude. Right back to the Shire, dude. But reloaded, recalibrated, and ready to re-engage. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice to have a few more of us, so hit that share button. Tell everybody that you know about this. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified every single time we go live Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here at YouTube, Rumble, and Kick. And if, you like the content we do, if you press the Mickey Mouse thumbs up button there, it should turn into a football. It should turn into a football there, dude. So, appreciate you. I did learn today, guys. Did you know? I want to give a big shout out to our guys in the North. I learned that in Saskatoon, they don't blouse their trousers into they don't tuck their blouses into their trousers in Saskatoon. Learn that today, fellas. So we're gonna hand it to Jacko, and then we're gonna just we do. Dad, look here. I'm just want to let you know. Put on your dancing shoes, fellas, because we're gonna be moving and boot scooting on right through this show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
Well, we're here. That's right. I forgot. It's the off season. My brain isn't ready to go. But if you want to stay locked in, you need to check out today. I'm just kidding. I'm preparing for the inevitable, guys. When you see, because we're super close to that 1K mark, and I have this grand illusion that when we hit the 1K mark, all of the ads are gonna come rolling. They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're the guy we've been waiting for. Take all of our money, please, Mr. Hattenfield. Please take all of our money." And I'd be like, "Okay, I'll take all your money. Give me all your money. I need more money. Money. Because right now, you guys, I don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown money. I don't have any of these wide receiver money. But, guys, they do have some highly paid guys. And, I don't know if this is reflecting, more of what these guys are actually paid or actual production. So we got the top 10. Top 10. I had to take my socks and shoes off to count that high, fellas. Wide receivers based on executives and scoots. We seen what the scoots have to say about NFL football, where they came all the way down from Saskatoon. So what do the execs, coaches, and scouts have ranked as the top 10 wide receivers in the NFL? According to ESPN, well, number 1 would be Jamar Chase. Of course, Chase dominated the voting like it was an unprepared rookie cornerback on an island, earning around 70% of the first-place votes despite finishing 3rd in catches with 125 and 4th in receiving yards with 1,400 last season. The reason he looks different than everybody else with the ball in his hands. He's the best I've gone against. An NFL head coach said he can break it for 80 yards at any time. His 6,800 receiving yards are the second most by any player within his first 5 seasons in NFL history, trailing only former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson. Since debuting in 2021, Chase's 19 touchdowns of 40-plus yards are the most in the NFL. 6 more than the next closest player, which would have been at the time a very talented man. Though what a fall-off by Tyreek the douche nozzle Hill. You know what I'm saying? He has 29 catches against press coverage. Yo. All right, this is what cracks me up. Yo. I was just thinking about this yesterday on the way to work. This morning on the way to work. I don't remember. NFL fans, NFL writers, people affiliated with the NFL will find any metric to justify why their player is good, right? It can't just be catches. It can't be touchdowns. It can't be receiving yards. It can't be a percentage of drops, catch radius. A dot. Nope. We got to go all the way down to his 29 receptions against press coverage. Top the NFL in 2025. Really? Press coverage? We're digging. It's like the alphabet people, dude. You just keep adding things. Diarrhea of nonsense, bro. Look, can't you just say Jamar Chase is really, really good? Just watch him play ball. Tune in. Oh, there you go, Espen. Hey, sell yourself a little bit. Tune in. We have them at this day. You know what I'm saying? Number 2. Number to Justin Jefferson. Big surprise there. None at all. I don't feel like reading about Justin Jefferson. Jackson Smith and Jigba coming in at number 3. His league-leading 1,700 receiving yards accounted for 44% of his team's receiving yardage in 2025. The highest player share since Brandon Marshall on the 2012 Bears, who had 46%. Okay. Yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba is really, really good by volume. But, I'm just saying, we played on the Jets. Would he be that good? Which Sam Darnold to be throwing the ball? Jet Sam Darnold? Or Sea Chicken Sam Darnold, He was one of the 3 receivers to appear on every ballot. He reminds me so much of Cooper Kupp's tremendous performance in 2021. Only JSN is better on the outside than him, an NFL coordinator said. We love his game. He's relentless. He's a smooth competitor. Yeah, he's not the elite outside player those top 2 guys are. All right, there you go. He aligned out wide more than 80% of his snaps last season, producing a league-high 10.9 yards per target in the process with a stellar 0.6% drop rate. You see what I'm saying? Just got to keep digging down into by the numbers. Numbers. The only numbers that we need to worry about, you guys, is big things in the big 2-6. JG 16 for 52 touchdowns. Aiden Hutchinson for 26 sacks. In the big 2-6, Jahmyr Gibbs is going to have 26 offensive touchdowns in the big 2-6, dude. Puka Nacua comes in at number 4. All right, his highest ranking was number 3. His lowest ranking was unranked. I bet a guy by the name of Robert Kraft left him unranked. He was like, no Nacua for you. Last year, Nacua was on the fringe of the top 10, but he wasn't to be denied this year, appearing on all but 1 ballot. Gee, fellas, I wonder who it was. By 85% of Nakua's votes were within the top 5 after he led the NFL with 129 catches in 2025. The second most in Rams history, only behind Cooper Kupp in 2021. Nakua's 8 career games with at least 150 receiving yards tie an NFL record with Justin Jefferson for the most by a player in his first 3 seasons. He's got strong hands. He's got contact balance, the ability to block in the run game, run after the catch, run through the catch, can go get it, can play any spot. An NFL coordinator said he's a complete receiver. Him and Chase are the hardest to tackle. Remember, he is not... We're reading the number 4 wide receiver right now. Have I mentioned anybody from the 313 yet? Nakua's 668 yards after the catch led all receivers last season. While 80 of his catches went for first downs, he caught 77.2% of his targets, symbolizing an incredible consistency. Nacua is the classic player faster than his time guy. He ran a 4.57 40 coming out of BYU, but Nacua accelerates through receptions to maximize his speed better than anyone. You sure about that? You sure he accelerates through receptions to maximize the speed better than anyone? Anyone? Really? Okay. Expect Nacua, a 2027 free agent, to have another huge season while he seeks a new contract. He has dealt with off-field concerns this offseason, including a stint in rehab, but he still appears to be the Rams' long-term plans, or in the Rams' long-term plans. I have a 6th grade reading level. So that was number 4. Fellas, we are getting to the halfway point of this here list. Fellas. Have I read anybody by the name of something? Okay, there he is. Okay. Number 5, though? Really? Am I just like incredibly biased in thinking that Amon-Ra St. Brown is a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL? Is it my just 313 biasy? Can I just not remove myself from the fandom that I have for Amon-Ra? So number 5, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Detroit. Highest rank was number 2. Lowest rank was, of course, unranked. Really? Okay. Last year's rank was number 8. St. Brown activated beast mode several times in 2025, most notably on Thursday Night Football in Week 14, when he produced 92 yards on a high ankle sprain despite 3 days of rest. Absolute Iron Man St. Brown. He's savvy, has a knack for getting open, plays faster than his speed. An NFL coordinator said he's putting continuous stress on you, even when you know he's not getting to or going vertical. He has a unique way of working leverage. Strong as hell. Can separate at the point and is shifty. Plays as if he's being disrespected at all times. Ha! I wonder why. Unranked? Number 5? Unranked? I wonder why he feels that way, my guy. St. Brown's 582 yards after the catch in 2025 were third among all receivers, and the Lions wideout is the only player with at least 1,000 receiving yards and 10 touchdown catches in each of the past 3 seasons. He's also the only player to record such a streak in Lions franchise history. Only Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson with 4 has more overall. Another dimension of St. Brown's game is that he stands out as his blocking. As one veteran coach says, St. Brown can help the offense function as if it's in 12 personnel, which is 2 tight ends, despite being at 11 personnel, 1 tight end, because of how he supports the running game. Now, just so we're clear, if he's at the halfway mark, that means that the 6th guy is just below him. Do you guys really think that CeeDee Lamb is as good as Amon-Ra St. Brown? I don't. But that's because I'm based as hell. Hit that like button, fellas. Hit that like button. We're not going to read about CeeDee Lamb because we don't like the Cowboys around here. I'm not a fan, and I don't care about CeeDee Lamb. Or number 7, George Booger Pickens. Gross. Everything is gross in Dallas. Nobody likes you. Nico Collins. Nope. You're going to not have a good year this year. I'm just telling you right now, Nico Collins, I don't think you're going to have a good year. It's going to be David Montgomery's year in Houston. You guys are just going to ride that horse, dude. I'm just going to ride him just until the wheels fall off because you got a workhorse running back. And you got him on the cheap. I'm just going to be honest, dude. You got him for a steal. He's, by all accounts, should be relatively fresh after the light workload that he had here in Detroit. Despite all of us going, where is Montgomery? Bring me David Montgomery. Bring forth David Montgomery. But, Johnny Moe screens, was an idiot the majority while he was calling plays. Dan Campbell had too much going on, And Monty was like, hey, I want to be traded. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, it is what it is. But I see a world where it's probably more likely to happen than not where David Montgomery kind of eats into everybody's production in Houston, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know about Nico Collins. A.J. Brown at almost 30 years old coming in at number 9. Yep. Nope. Trash. Don't like A.J. Brown. Not going to read about that. Why don't we ask Diana Rossini? We'll just this is, I'm not going to read nothing from no Diana Rossini stan over here. And number 10, of course, the media has to jam in another LA Rams guy, right? So why not throw in 33-year-old Davante Adams? The only top 10 receiver in his 30s, Adams secured the last spot on the list despite producing his lowest receiving yardage with 789 since 2015. Since 2015. But look what he did for Matthew Stafford. The two had an easy connection on on go balls and back shoulder throws. Excuse me, balls. Oh man, I'm all over the place there. L.A., you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Honorable mentions would be Malik Neighbors. Well, what could have been, right? What could have been? A fun rookie year for Jackson Fart and Dart, but as we here in the 313 know, injuries will just wildly derail a season, dude. And it's like, oh, that sucks, dude, but hey, clean out the coaching staff and let Mike Kafka come down here and coordinate our passing attack. Let's go. Mike Evans. We all know everything about Mike Evans. Zay Flowers. Yeah, whatever. Tyreek Hill, who's a free agent. He was an honorable mention. Drake London. An honorable mention, I guess, technically behind Tyreek Hill. Okay, sure. Hey, there he is. All right. Hey, J-Mo with the honorable mention. He can fly. He's slippery. His speed opens up intermediate cuts. Getting in and out of his breaks is not natural to him, but he's improved there. Yeah, that's an undersell. That's an undersell. He has taken a Giovanni Manu-sized step in his in and out breaks, dude. He goes across the field, uses all 53 yards. Hands aren't as consistent. Yeah, I can't argue with that. I got no rebuttal. I don't have a rebuttal to that. Yeah. His hands aren't as consistent as you want. Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, Espen. I'll give you that, Espen. But up here in Saskatoon, we don't care about that. You guys holding up all right up there, everybody? Everybody staying cool in this heat, dude. It is cooking down here in Michigan, dude. But hopefully we're gonna start cooling off a little bit, get a little reprieve, dude. I wouldn't mind being able to, not have the air running. Believe it or not, I do like a little fresh air. You know what I'm saying? How we feeling, chat? How we feeling, chat? After the disrespect to Amon-Ra. At least personally, that's how I'm taking it. Goff will have the most pass attempts of his career this year. He's got a better O-line. He's accurate while having quick release. Goff is goated this year. Had Amon-Ra Company equals MVP. I completely agree with you on that. How you doing, Snake? People underrate Saint because he's not the prototypical build and skill set, but his production is hard to argue against. And what he doesn't get enough love for, in my opinion, is his leadership. Yeah, dude, that's why he's a captain. Hell yeah, dude. Nicely. Yeah, I agree. Amon-Ra will retire with the most yards from scrimmage in Lions history. You know what's crazy, Marcus, is you're not, that far off base. You know what I'm saying? It's the durability. Yeah, it's just the fact that he's out there all the time, though. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. There is a better than not chance of that happening if we're all being honest. Let's be real. He's out here crushing it, dude. He's an elite receiver, bro, despite what those douche nozzles over at Espen want to tell you. Looking like a Cheech and Chong car ride out here in Saginaw with all the smoke. Yeah, dude. So can Canada stop lighting fires, dude? The air kind of sucks donkey balls down here because of you guys. You're just like, oh, I didn't tuck my blouse into my trousers. You know what I'm saying, dude? You're like, oh, no. We burned down Saskatoon again. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, so over here, let's talk directly about the Lions. I realized that last article was supposed to be our national news, our national segment, and our NFL segment, But we're going to talk Lions news. Why Sam LaPorta could be in for a career year. I'm just going to save you the time. It's pretty simple. It's because he's the man. It's because Sam LaPorta is the man, dude. That's why. The stats, though. Okay, we'll back it up with some stats. He's had a fantastic start to his career, but one analyst believes the best may still be to come. FTN fantasy writer Daniel Kelly made 3 predictions for the Lions with a focus on fantasy football. He believes Jared Goff is a sleeper. J-Mo may disappoint. And a bold prediction. That bold prediction is LaPorta has a career year in receiving yards. Yes. JG16 for 5K. Thus far, LaPorta has posted 3 very strong seasons in the NFL, but each year his production has dropped. He had 86 catches for 889 yards and 10 touchdowns his rookie season. He followed that up with 60 catches for 736 and 7 touchdowns in 24. Then, because of an injury-shortened season, he managed 40 catches and 489 yards and 3 touchdowns last season. Kelly believes there are numbers to indicate LaPorta's productivity has actually improved throughout his career, And as long as he can put together a full, healthy season, everything is lined up for a career season. I hate that. But as long as he can stay healthy, stop talking about it. It ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Quote, LaPorta's rookie year being his best year is almost entirely a production of two things, playing time and touchdowns, Kelly wrote. That rookie year was his only year playing 17 games. And with that very known caveat that when you lower the denominator, it becomes that much easier for an average to look better. Let's look at the numbers on a rate basis. He outlines three fascinating stats that show 2025 may have been LaPorta's best season had he played the entire year. He was out there just quietly crushing it, dude. He set career highs in yards per game with 54.3, my bad. Yards per target with a flat rate of 10, and yards per route with a 1.8. On top of that, the Lions offense will be run by new coordinator Drew Lil Spud Petzing, who helped tight end Trey McBride produce back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with the Cardinals the past few years. Yes. Feed me more vanilla frosting on top of a just factory-issued sheet cake. Please. I liked this part. This was nice. By the numbers. We like these. We like this. As we said over here, NFL fans like to have stats to back up. The more stats I have, the more justified I feel in my argument. I'm tired of this. I don't care what he did for Trey McBride. Because guess what? Hey. Breaking news, everybody. Did you know that Trey McBride and Sam LaPorta, two entirely different motherfuckers? Did you know that? They are two entirely different motherfuckers in two entirely different situations on two entirely different teams with entirely different personnel. Holy shit. Imagine them apples. Obviously, LaPorta is still recovering from his back injury, but all signs seem to indicate he'll be ready for training camp. Let's fucking go. And as he enters the final year of his rookie contract, everything is on place for him to have a monster year in the Big 2-6. By the numbers. Hey! I'm telling you, he's about to fucking crush it, dude. Our offense is going to be a top one offense, dude. One of one, dude. Whoopsie. Whoo, did you see that? I was able to trigger my camera. We haven't had that have happen in a while, have we? Look at that. Whoopsie poopsie. Haven't done that in a while. All righty. Damn, it is getting hot up here, fellas. So we are kind of just going to fly through this last article. Don't take it personal if we don't have a full show, like a full hour-long show, guys. I'm hot. It's the off season, you know what I'm saying? All right, over here we got A to Z Sports. Mike the Slipper Payton. The Lions are quietly changing everything, and 4 off-season shifts prove it. Tell me more. Like, does he have a car? Tell me more. Did you get very far? You know what I'm saying? Ba-doop-ba-ha, ba-doop-ba-ha, ba-doop-ba-doop. Tell me more. Heavy offensive personnel groupings. Tell me more. I like where this is going. Don't just tease me. For starters, the Lions are going to look a lot different on offense. Detroit has always been a run-first team, but new offensive coordinator Drew Lil Spud Petzing is bringing a heavier personnel philosophy with him from Arizona. With the Cardinals, which is an entirely different team and an entirely different situation with an entirely different personnel grouping, Petzing led the NFL with both 13 and 12 personnel usage. About 26% of Arizona's offensive snaps were in 12 personnel. That's the DOS tight ends. And 12.5% were in 13 personnel. Compared to that to the Lions, who spent 62% of their snaps in 11 personnel last year. Look, some of this stuff is slightly overstated. You don't say. You're not going to see multiple tight ends on every snap, but you're going to see it far more often than Detroit had done in the past. I do have to ask the chat. Speaking of that, I did see an article that talking about the Lions should try and bring in Jonnu Smith. I don't know about them apples. What's up, Mom? Hey, I texted Dad this morning to make sure he wasn't overworking, but I did not text him this afternoon. So make sure he's still alive and didn't overwork himself. Fires from Canada keeping us out on the lake and inside. Oh, keeping you out of the lake and inside. I was like, it's got you guys trapped on the lake? That sounds terrifying. Water, scary. Boats, scary. Ships, scary. No, thank you. No, thank you. I got 2 feet. 2 feet that work really good on the ground. You ain't seen. Do you see any gills? Ain't got no gills. No gills here. No wings, dude. We got feet, dude. Feet are good for being on the ground. Gap schemes create downhill opportunities. Talking about running downhill with your feet. Those heavier personnel groupings open the door for something else. More gap scheme looks. Instead of stretching defenses horizontally with wide zone, gap schemes create vertical displacement and downhill movement. Pair that with under center formations. Oh, bootlegs and play action. Wait, you mean things that Jared Goff is really, really good at? And linebackers suddenly face impossible decisions. Step downhill against the run or stay deep and risk giving up 5 yards before contact. Those hesitations create explosive passing windows. More importantly, gap schemes open up wider lanes for running back Jahmyr Gibbs to get into space where he does the most damage. Yeah, and Pistachio too. Pistachio could take advantage. Look, don't undersell Isaiah Pistachio. He's a really good running back. That is just kind of a luxury based on everyone's project. Like, I'm sorry, dude. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. One of my favorite players in the league. One of my favorite Lions, probably of all time, or so early. You know what I mean? But like the way that like the narrative has been constructed around his season this year, dude, it sounds like they're going to try and give him 500 touches. Okay, good. You'll get 1 year out of him, and then his legs will turn to fucking Jell-O pudding pops, dude. Fucking cripey, man. A deeper passing attack under Mike Kafka. Dude, we need... Mike Kafka, I think, is like a evil genius behind the scenes right now, dude. Just like... You know what I'm saying, dude? It's like, oh, I love to do shit. I just coordinated the pass game. Look at all this shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? The explosive passing windows that the heavy formations create tie directly into what passing game coordinator Mike Kafka brings to the table. Kafka helped make the New York Giants more of a deep-throwing team during his time there. And Detroit has made no secret about wanting to throw the ball deeper in 2026. Big things in the big 2-6, JG16, 5,000 yards and 52 touchdowns, dude. The goal is conflict. To make defenses commit to stopping the run, then punish them over the top. He's going over the top, dude. Hit him with the flying elbow, dude. That opens up opportunities for wide receiver Jameson Williams to get downfield and do his thing, even though he's incredibly talented in space. But sure, yes, just keep thinking he's a deep threat receiver. Greg Dortch and Isaac Tesla give the Lions additional options to stretch the field. Those 3 offensive changes together should make this a fundamentally different unit. Defensively, let's talk about defensively, the identity shift towards nickel packages. All right? Now, let us be incredibly clear here. A shift to using more nickel could mean nothing more than a 1% increase throughout the duration of the season. Okay. That is a very distinct possibility that could have happened. No, that's probably going to have happened. Probably not. But statistically, if we use nickel 1% more than we did last year, they have officially used it more than they did the years prior, right? But let's be real. McCreary is poised to have a monster year, dude. Abney could have a monster year, dude. Get them safeties healthy, bro. Let Action Jack just put everyone in place on where to go. Let Barnes, dude, do his thing. And then Hutch, dude. I'm telling you, 26 sacks in the big 2-6 for Aiden Hutchinson. Let's go. Tyreek, Big Beef Williams, 10 sacks. A defensive identity shift towards nickel packages. On the other side of the ball, Detroit is making a major philosophical change. For years, the Lions leaned into being one of football's heaviest base defenses with Alex Anal Zone on the field, the personnel fit. That's changing. The defensive coordinator has talked throughout the offseason about installing multiple defensive packages that borrow from both 4-3 and 3-4 personnel while dramatically expanding what Detroit can do in the nickel. That matters because today's NFL is played in sub packages. Some of the league's most successful defenses spend close to 70% of their snaps in nickel. Detroit appears ready to join them. Instead of keeping 3 linebackers on the field, the slot defender becomes a much bigger part of this defense, and that's a huge shift. The real takeaway from all of this is the biggest thing here is that the Lions want heavier personnel, or more nickel, or more deep passes. It's that Detroit appears far less interested in being predictable than it was a year ago. The 2023, 2024, and 2025 Lions knew exactly who they were. Run the football, play from base defense, out-physical opponents. The 2026 version wants to win in multiple ways. If one game calls for 13 personnel, they can do it. If another requires spreading the field, they can do that too. If an opposing offense forces nickel for 70% of the afternoon, they're prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared. This lesson must be shared. Boy, guys, I feel like somebody said damn near this way that we will be ready if one game calls for 13. We are just ready to deploy whatever the game script calls for. We have every asset at our disposal, and we can beat you at multiple ways throughout the game, dude. After what happened during the 24 season, the Lions need adaptability more than anything. Adding these wrinkles puts opponents in a position where they're facing a team they haven't seen before. But it all has to work. The Lions still have to go out and execute this plan. We're about a month and a half from the NFL season. Let's see how it looks when games start. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to look friggin' sweet, man. It's going to look friggin' sweet. It's going to look so friggin' it's going to look so friggin' sweet, man. Boy, Billy, I'm telling you, our defense and offense is going to be out of this friggin' world, dude. Because I'm telling you, when you get into it, you test the DNA of Lil Spud, you test the DNA of Mike Kafka, you come to find out they're both bastard brothers from Mike Martz, dude. That's why we're going to have a sick-ass offense. And Calvin Shepard, I'm telling you guys, Calvin Shepard's going to coach his way out of a job in a good way. When we roll out with a top 1 of 1 offense and a top 3 defense, dude, Calvin Shepard's going to get a head coaching job next year, dude. I got a feeling. I got a feeling this season's going to be pretty badass, dude. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, guys? The Slipper and Mike Kafka. Hell yeah, dude. Gibbs is too small to take that many hits. I agree, Jeff. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, man? You made it to the live. Hell yeah. Dude, we need a nickname for Mike Kafka. Maybe the Bald Boy. The thing is that they're all bald, dude. I was trying to think of a good name for Mike Kafka, dude. Something pretty good. Watch NFL jump on Goff this year. Yep, Jeff, I'm waiting for it, dude. I'm waiting. When Goff is the league MVP, they will have to give him his flowers, dude. And he's not just going to get it. He's going to get it through stats, bro. He's going to outstat everyone. Not only are we going to go undefeated and win a Super Bowl without letting a single point be scored on us in the postseason, dude, but Jared Goff is just going to double up everybody's stats, dude. It's ridiculous what's going to have happen. The story makes it better if Enos plays a full year since TA got himself in trouble. The law Enos going to have a huge year, rubbing in TA's face. That's what I'm hoping for, Detroit Sports Talk. That's what I'm on, dude. I'm on that same shit, dude. I'm on that same shit. Let Enos fucking cook, dude. TA's going to be jealous. TA's going to be jealous while he's in prison. While he's in prison. Well, guys, I know it's a short show tonight. It's been a short couple of shows, but it's the off season, and we're just easing off, you know, kind of recollecting ourselves, getting ready to go. Because, guys, this time tomorrow, single digits until training camp, single digit days until training camp. Then it's on. Then it starts to really get going, dude. So we're just going to kind of ease into a few short shows, you know. It is what it is. We're just chilling, dude. I appreciate all of you guys. He signed with AG. No shit. He signed with the Jets, huh? No shit. Well, they can enjoy that, dude. They can enjoy that nonsense, dude. Wide receiver, wide. He's the new position, dude. Terrion Arnold's about to be the new position, dude. Loose end. Oh. The jokes, well, Billy, the jokes just write themselves, and I don't mind sampling the low-hanging fruit of comedy. All right, Billy. I appreciate each and every one of you guys who stopped by tonight, who had yourselves a little chattery do. Dropped a comment, might be new and subscribe to the channel. That's absolutely awesome. Obviously, you found out the only way to get into Mad Hatter Nation is with a subscription. It's a subscription-based model, dude. We got a high barrier for entry, but you do get a pretty good ROI. Some might say it's the best. Some might say this is the best Lions podcast on the whole internet. Some might say it's even fact-check true, dude. Let's go, fellas. I appreciate all you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Stay cool out there. Drink plenty of water. We'll be right back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I'm James with the Hat and Beard Show. You've been an attentive audience. Until then, bonga, bonga, frig off.